Some people see Jaguar as just a brand for granddads. Now they really shouldn't, because even though they do make comfortable limousines, they also make some really insane stuff like this. And now this. Built by Jaguar's Special Vehicle Operations, which is like a Frankenstein's monster laboratory that experiments on cars until they become even angrier and faster, the SVR is the most antisocial member of the F-Pace family. It's loud, it's a bit leery, and it's finally here in Australia. It's taken forever, but this is Jaguar's comeback to the Merc-AMG GLC 63S and the Alfa Stelvio Quadrifoglio. So, like every good granddad comeback, is it sharp, is it smart, and is it also a little bit scary? Let's find out. Okay, if you want to read the full review, go to carsguide.com.au and you'll see how I get that score at the end. Basically, it's an average of 8 scores that I give it for safety, design, price. I even give away the price there too, warranty, the lot. And hey, hit like and subscribe as well. By subscribing, it's like me coming into your lounge room and giving you a review, a personal review. No, that's creepy. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. Just subscribe, it'd be great. So the F-Pace first arrived in Australia in 2016. There's 2 4-cylinders, a turbo diesel and a turbo petrol, and 2 V6s, a turbo diesel and a supercharged petrol. Now the SVR has a 5-litre supercharged V8, and it sounds like this. And it goes a little bit like this. Oh, I'm breaking a rib. It goes a lot like that. A lot like that. Oh. So, like, apart from that engine, the mad scientists at SVO have given this car a different exhaust that sounds like that. It crackles when you shift down gears. Those scientists have given it bigger brakes, lightweight wheels, firmer suspension, or to try and keep up with the full-on 405 kilowatts which that V8 supercharged engine is producing. It is a thing of beauty. It's a beautiful thing. Now, along with the suspension upgrades, along with the bigger brakes and the lightweight wheels, there's the body kit. The body kit, which actually is more than just for looks. It reduces lift. The nostrils and the bonnet allow the engine to blow out the hot air, and those exhaust pipes look like trumpets. Add to that an electronic active differential and all-wheel drive, which sends most of that drive to the rear wheels, and you have got the makings of a really good driver's car. Now, it's not forgiving as some high-performance SUVs can be. It's a bit of a handful, actually, and if you get it wrong, it's not going to go whoopsie daisy. It's not going to do that. It's going to bite you. It's going to bite you in the bottom. That's what I like about it. You have to drive it with a little bit of sensitivity. Don't get on that accelerator so quickly after you've come off the brake. It will snap back because you have got quite a lot of weight, suspension that's all coiled up, and a change in direction and a change in acceleration is going to unsettle things a lot. So you have to drive it quite carefully, and that just adds to the engagement as well. Now, you're not going to be doing all of your driving on awesome country roads like we've just been. You're going to be coming through suburbia like this. Now, what I like about the F-Pace SVR is that in dynamic mode, even at low speed, safe suburban low speed, it still sounds Amazing. Listen to that. Unlike the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, which you've got to have in track mode for it to make any noise at all. Now we're on the freeway. And you're at the speed limit already. Oh yes, 405 kilowatts, 680 Newton meters, 0 to 104.3 seconds. Those are some really, really good looking numbers. And just to cruise along like this, it's easy. Let's just put it into, there we go, that's comfort mode. We are on the freeway now where there's no real need for us to be in dynamic. If we want to get up and go, we just backshift and away we go again. So, okay, what don't I really like about it? Look, even in dynamic mode, the steering is still a little bit light. Which is weird. I like it to be heavy. I drove the XE yesterday, the Jaguar XE, and the steering in that was magnificent. I liked how heavy it was. But that's intentional. This is an SUV. It's going to be driven up by a whole range of people. You know, mums, dads, everybody. And in car parks and stuff like that, and you don't want heavy steering in a car park. Yeah, look, you probably do want it to be a bit heavier out on the winding roads like the ones we've just been on. But yeah, look, it's no biggie though. So what else don't I like? The window buttons. They're too high. They're up here on the windowsill, and that is the same for all F-Paces. Also the same for Land Rovers, like the Range Rover and the Discovery. The window switches are up here too, but they make sense in a Discovery because you're already sitting really, really high up, which means you don't have to sort of reach up like you do in an F-Pace to just put the window down. That's silly. Down here you've got memory buttons for your seat, which is, I'm not sure why. Your window switches should be down there. Anything else that's disappointing? Yeah, look, it's disappointing that you don't get the double-decker screen that you do in the Velar and other Range Rover products. I know that they could put it in an F-Pace, so that makes it look a little bit old in here. But I do like that virtual instrument cluster. That's pretty sexy. Now, it's pretty well kitted out in terms of high performance features. Where it does seem to be lacking a little bit is in the safety department. Now, not in terms of, you know, it's the safety of the structure, it's a bloody safe car. But in terms of advanced safety equipment, it could do with more compared to what we're seeing these days. Yes, it does have AEB, it does have blind spot, it does have lane keeping assistance, but you've got to pay more for adaptive cruise control. You've got to option that, and yeah, as standard, you also don't get rear cross traffic alert either. I think that should be essential in, you know, a premium SUV like this. All right, let's get off the freeway. I want to give you a bit of a tour of its insides. All right, let's talk about the interior because it's pretty special as well. You don't get the same rotary shifter that you do in the other F-Paces. You get a real one, a regular one. Thank God, this upright one here, which makes shifting a lot easier. You also get these SVR slimline seats. They're comfortable and they're supportive, and they are very, very cool. It's got this quilted pattern running down it. An SVR steering wheel, which is a little bit overly complicated, but these great feeling paddle shifters back here. As for standard features, there's a 10-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, an 11-speaker Meridian sound system, dual-zone climate control, adaptive LED headlights, 21-inch alloy wheels, proximity unlocking, leather upholstery, heated and cooled 14 power adjustable sport seats up front, and heated rear seats. Now the price. The F-Pace SVR lists for $140,262 at the time we did this. Now that's a little bit less than the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio and a lot less than a Mercedes-AMG GLC 63S. Now this is an SUV, so it needs to be practical, right? Let me show you the back seats because you want to know about rear legroom, and I'll also show you the boot. Let me show you the back seats. Now this is in my driving position. I'm 191 centimeters tall, which is pretty tall for a human being. And check out that. That's outrageously good. And so is this headroom. Look, this actually has the optional sunroof, and that brings the ceiling down a little bit, but that is pretty darn good as well. Let me show you the boot. Yeah, it actually doesn't have one of those, doesn't have a gesture tailgate. You can actually get a gesture tailgate on every other grade of F-Pace, but not the SVR. You do get that really lovely chunky exhaust. No, instead you have to press a button. 508 litres. It's pretty good. It's not the best. There are some rivals though which do a little bit better. So there you have it, the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. It's fast, it's practical, and it's definitely not your granddad's Jaguar. Well, it could be if he looks like this.